Hello and welcome to today's webinar. Thank you everyone for taking time out and being here today. I'm the marketing executive at Computer Solutions East and your host. So before starting, I want to lay out on what we are going to go through. So this webinar will surely give you a lot more confidence to migrate to Azure, and you will learn how will you plan your Azure strategy in the near future. We will discuss the potential Microsoft Azure holds to increase the productivity. It will we will be discussing on how we are going to reduce the cost and be more efficient. Just for your information, we will be running a live Q&A session at the end of the webinar. So if you have any questions, just pop them in there. And if you miss anything, don't worry, we'll be sending out the recording. All right, so we have Deep as our Azure specialist here today. So Deep, off to you.
Thanks a lot, Indira. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are doing well and keeping safe in this tough conditions that we have around us. So, welcome to the webinar. So, we are going to deep dive into Microsoft Azure on how Microsoft Azure can help your organization scale your IT needs and how Computer Solutions East as your IT partners help you achieve those results. We believe that Microsoft Azure is the only hybrid cloud to help you migrate your applications, data, and infrastructure with cost-effective and flexible paths. At this event, you will hear how thousands of customers have migrated to Azure at their own pace with high confidence by using a reliable methodology, flexible and powerful tools, and proven partner expertise. In short, Azure can help you save before, during, and after migration, and it offers unmatched value during every stage of your cloud migration journey. As you all know, we at Computer Solutions East as your IT providers, we are Microsoft Gold certified partners, and we help our customers transform the IT business and their IT operations. We are committed to delivering impact-driven measurable results, and we believe that the use of the latest industry standard technology can facilitate and drive your business growth. So on the call, we have the team today, Anna from marketing, myself, who will be taking ahead the presentation, and Indira again from the marketing team. The agenda basically for today's meeting is to understand more about Azure, why migrate to the cloud, and if you opt for cloud, why Microsoft Azure, and then the benefits of Azure and how we as partners can help you and how can you participate in this growth. Every company, regardless of industry, legacy, or technology pedigree, can thrive in the cloud. This presentation paints a picture of the cloud landscape and explains in clear and basic terms how Microsoft Azure can solve complex business problems while also making new business models possible. There has never been a better time to spring clean all your applications, data, and infrastructure and migrate them to Microsoft Azure. 2020 will be a big year for cloud migration. Organizations are moving to the cloud because of its scalability, economy, and reach. And they are using several metrics to measure the resulting business value of cloud. Cloud advantages have proven to be especially valuable as organizations have had to adapt nearly overnight to the work at home explosion intensified by COVID-19. And infrastructure as a service is the fastest growing subsegment projected to grow. According to Gartner's latest worldwide public cloud services revenue forecast, infrastructure as a service will outpace the overall market and is forecasted to grow 17% in 2020 to total of $266.4 billion, up from $227.8 billion in 2019. 80% of CIOs will be pressured by their business leaders to evaluate migrating their data centers to IaaS, which is the infrastructure as a service. Clearly, organizations are increasingly turning to IaaS, and this includes anything from migrating existing applications to moving entire data centers to cloud infrastructure. Gartner estimates more than 80% of CIOs will be pressured by business management to evaluate migrating their data centers to cloud infrastructure, as infrastructure is most frequently used for new workloads for agile IT. But an increasing number of organizations are also using cloud infrastructure for reliable IT workloads due to its ability to reduce costs and increase efficiency. Now, coming to why Microsoft Azure. So basically interacting with your audience and use these migration triggers to tease out their needs. We are living in an age of breathtaking transformation where cloud technology is at the core of how the world will do business. The cloud is unlocking the power and freedom to achieve success, however you define it. We hear a lot that there is amazing technology, but there is so much pressure as an IT person in an organization. I'm supposed to know all this new stuff and I can't keep up. As a developer, my team thinks I'm going to hit it out of the park every time. There is very little room for failure now. And then around security, there's a lot of new things to take advantage of. But am I doing it in a way that is correct and secure? These are the real concerns beneath the technology, and that is where Azure is the cloud that can make it possible for all organizations. For us, it is about guiding you through the journey to the cloud and not just providing the technology. So now I'm going to play a video where you hear from the customer's mouth how Microsoft Azure has helped them. So enjoy this video.
Mars is a great company with a value proposition for consumers that is all about fun and joy. So our infrastructure has to scale up quickly without a big capital investment.
We moved our first live production application into Azure, the SAP instance that runs our retail business, as well as about 150 other workloads are sitting up in Azure today. We expect that to grow to 500 or 600 workloads over the next year.
We wanted to make it really easy for our customers to get meaning out of their data. The industrial Internet of Things is different only in the fact that our customers have very stringent requirements about how data moves. We want one place to egress that data that we can lock down. The advantage of it being Azure is IoT Hubs makes it very easy to get that data in. Power BI makes it very easy to visualize that data once it's there.
It allows us to put a data scientist in a box.
Walking Dead No Man's Land is based on the AMC TV series. We can actually provide new content after each episode within 24 hours. I pretty much knew that with choosing Azure and Microsoft, I would be guaranteed with better support than I would get from any other cloud providers. We know that there's somebody there looking after us. In Azure, we have, I don't know how many hundreds of servers, but then again, why would I care? It's cloud.
Microsoft helped us achieve our digital transformation. It's put us over the top. Geico's been growing leaps and bounds, and we have not had any issues whatsoever from a capacity perspective because of the on-demand capability and scalability of Azure. We can handle the volume. We're like, bring it on. We want more.
Wow, that was inspiring, isn't it? So Azure, cloud for all. So these three pillars represent the main value proposition for what differentiates Azure from the competition. As you can see in the proof points, these are the reason why customers choose Microsoft because of the unique value that we provide in a productive, hybrid, intelligent, and trusted cloud. With Azure, you can do or be all of these things. First, productive. Get unparalleled developer productivity with integrated tools from mobile DevOps to serverless computing. Second, intelligent. Create intelligent applications that delight with data-driven experiences. Go quickly from concept to release with Azure Data Services and artificial intelligence, from image recognition to bot services. And the last but not the least, trusted. Join startups, governments, and 90% of Fortune 500s that trust the Microsoft Cloud for security, privacy, transparency, and the most compliance coverage of any cloud provider. The built-in security and management in Azure is is the essentials to be the successful in the cloud era. Enterprises must have visibility metrics and controls on every component to pinpoint issues efficiently, optimize, and scale effectively while having the assurance the security compliance and policies are in place to ensure the velocity. Start in the middle with the Azure portal. With Azure, you get enterprise grade management capabilities built into the platform, all services and resources together in a single, easy to use portal. You can create dashboards, use the friendly search and intuitive menus, quick start, resource templates, and more. With a single platform, you get integrated and interconnected tools and data with unified metrics and alerts across your services. So you don't have to go to different portals with different data sets. Using the out-of-the-box tools like Azure Advisor, Azure Service Health, and cost management plus billing, you can optimize and right-size your investment and get personalized recommendations to enhance your experience. Then there are five areas of security and management, the five main areas. The first, secure. While Azure is trusted and secure platform, you as a customer have your own security settings you need to manage. You also need to be able to protect your individual machines against threats and monitor the security posture of your system. Second, protect. Your virtual machines and applications in the cloud need to be backed up, protected in the event of data loss. With disaster recovery from on-premise to the cloud or from one cloud to another, you can avoid downtime and keep your applications up and running. Monitor. The third point, every operations manager and every developer needs to be able to see the health and performance of their applications. Bringing all three together in a single dashboard can save time and resources in troubleshooting and preventing issues in the future. The fourth point, configure. For managing Azure and hybrid workloads at scale, automation and configuration capabilities help you create runbooks to automate tasks, manage the configuration settings and track changes, and monitor and deploy missing updates. Additionally, in Azure, you can always use the PowerShell and the Cloud Shell for command line scripting. And the fifth area is the govern. Many customers need a way to look across cloud resources to assess and enforce enterprise-wide standards and policy compliance for security and management. In addition, they need to manage and monitor costs for the cloud, not just in Azure, but in other clouds too. And lastly, Azure gives you the flexibility to manage your hybrid environments with most of these services. And you can choose which areas to invest more in and how much to consume. With Azure, you have the flexibility to choose what and how to manage your IT. Now, Microsoft Azure, is it the cloud for intelligent solutions? Let's see. In addition to having the traditional on-premise enterprise data tools such as SQL Server, Azure provides SQL services that connects data to AI services. This enables quick adoption of technologies such as deploying a global mobile application that integrates with facial recognition services. The ease of integration enables anyone to build solutions like that. From bot frameworks to cognitive services, you can fundamentally change the way your business goes to market with Microsoft's Power artificial intelligence platform. We at Microsoft Azure do not take the trust or the compliance lightly. Compliance and trust is not an afterthought at Microsoft, definitely. Microsoft are leaders in this space and help set standards for global and federal organizations around the world. Microsoft has been talking about trust in the cloud for a while and will continue to do so. This is only a sampling of our compliance certifications, but believe us, we run the gamut. Azure's strengths are around security, privacy, and transparency around how we run the cloud. Azure is continuing expand its infrastructure footprint around the globe. In fact, Microsoft is the first cloud provider to put data centers in South Africa. Right now, we are at 60 plus Azure regions, which is more than AWS and Google combined. The approach Azure takes is different as it is important for enterprise to customers to have data in region close to employees, close to customers, as well as have unique data handling capabilities. Now, within the Azure Security Center, you need to understand the security state across on-premise and cloud workloads, find vulnerabilities and remediate quickly, limit your exposure to threats, detect and respond swiftly to attacks. So the Azure Security Center helps you get all of these things in one screen. Now, the uses of the cloud. What are the specific uses of the cloud? You can always keep your business secure and compliant, create new applications and digital services, store, backup, and recover data, unlock the potential of connecting devices, and take the next leap in artificial intelligence, analyze data to make predictions. And these are just some basic uses of the cloud, and you can do so much more than this. The three main benefits of the cloud are time, confidence, and performance. Time. How does the cloud save time? You can get a new server in minutes as opposed to months with something like Azure Virtual Machines. You can also reduce the amount of time IT spends have to manually monitor and manage the virtual machines using tools in Azure. Confidence. In addition to saving time, you also want confidence. You want to know that when you put your business in the cloud, it will always be available. With Azure Site Recovery, you can be rest assured knowing we ensure business continuity. Azure Site Recovery orchestrates and manages disaster recovery for Azure virtual machines and on-premises virtual machines and physical servers. You can lower your on-premises infrastructure costs by using Azure as a secondary site for conducting business during outages, or eliminate data center costs altogether by moving to Azure and setting up disaster recovery between Azure regions. You can pre-access network, storage, and compute resources needed to replicate application from on-premises to Azure, and pay only for compute and storage resources need to run applications in Azure during outages. Azure Site Recovery is backed by a 99.9% SLA and 24/7 support to keep your enterprise running smoothly. You can mitigate risks with Azure Security Center's huge breadth of security certifications, or you can choose to store your data in any one of our 40 data storage locations to keep it close to you. And the last benefit, the performance. Lastly, you want to know you are investigating your time and confidence into a platform that's performing better than you can do yourself. You can stay up to date with the latest Azure portal, so you never have to update software yourself. All the latest and greatest tools are at your fingertips all the time. Lastly, you can simplify your devices with pre-configured solutions we have in our Azure IoT platform, which allows you to take our performance and bring your business to another level. Now, with Azure migration and how we can help you, we have the skills, we have the expertise in house to accelerate your growth into the Azure platform. We can help you migrate the Azure and manage your resources once they are in Azure. We can also help you drive the entire migration initiatives, including the project management, technical consulting, and execution. And we have the skills for that. We have done it for a lot of customers. So what are the steps on how we can get started? So how do you want to reach that level where you are convinced that Azure is the cloud that you want to migrate? So we have workshops. We conduct workshops for our customers, so where we will identify your business needs and IT requirements, and it's a duration of 2 to 3 days where we will do it. And then the second step would be we will present you with the business case and the plan, the migration plan. So we will be assessing your current IT environment architecture and portfolio of applications. So what needs to be migrated, identify the applications to migrate, and those require refactoring, the quantity of return on investment of migration for business cases. And this depends on what we are going to migrate, what is the data we are looking at, the duration will be dependent on that. And then we will present you with the proof of concept where you can partner, work with us hand in hand together. We can proof out the workloads which can be migrated without any disruption, and it can vary from 5 months, 5 days to 2 months, anything. And then the last step would be the migration where we participate in a seamless cloud migration where we move all your assets, the IT assets to cloud. And then once they are in cloud, we will be keeping a monitoring them and ensure that you have the cost savings and the increased productivity. You can always feel free to reach out to me. You have our email. You can call us at this number 914-355-5800. We are here to assist you anytime. You can write us at info@computersolutionseast.com. Also, anytime to us at sales@computersolutionseast.com. And feel free to visit our website to know more about us, what we do, and our other offerings. So I will open up the deck for the question and answers now.
Thank you, Deep, for that insightful presentation. I'm sure the attendees are able to get more insights on Azure. So let us take a look at the couple of questions. So the first question is, can I move my server completely to Azure cloud without downtime? So would you like to answer that?
Yeah, definitely. We can definitely move your servers to the cloud. The downtime depends on various factors. And generally, we will ensure that you don't have the downtime. But to give you a guarantee that there will be no downtime, we will have to look what your server is comprising and what are we looking to migrate at. But yeah, definitely we will ensure that the downtime is as uh, as less as possible.
Okay, so we have a second question from Josie. Why will I choose Azure over AWS?
I will have this answered by my colleague Ramon. He's also a part of the Azure team within the Computer Solutions East. Hi, Ramon, can you answer that?
Sure, Deep. To answer that question, why Azure when compared to AWS is the cost. AWS is like 5 times more expensive than Azure for Windows Server as well as SQL Server. And moreover, when you have Microsoft Azure, you have the ability to integrate between all the other Microsoft products. Could be Dynamic 365, could be your Office 365, and also maintain that SSO, which is a single sign-on, and which also integrates well with the Azure Active Directory. And also the more important point I would say is like you get more value from your existing Microsoft investment when you do it in Azure. And when you compare with security and the data centers throughout the worldwide, I think Microsoft speaks to itself. So in case you need more information about this, you can definitely drop an email to us and we will schedule a call and we go over all your questions and also give you the best business case scenarios for Azure Cloud.
Thank you, Ramon. I think we have another question. How do I purchase an Azure support plan under the enterprise agreement?
So let me answer that, Indra. I mean, there is standard plans, support plans which comes with Azure. The one which is the basic, it's just completely free with your Azure subscription. And there is something in case you have a developing platform under Azure Cloud, and it costs you like $29 per month for that kind of support. It's only for developer. And apart from that, there's two paid support packages along with Azure, which you can purchase when you have an Azure subscription, maybe an enterprise or maybe other accounts. One is a standard, which it's like $100 a month, and it gives you most of the capabilities like managing all the billing and subscription support, and 24/7 resources, and the ability to submit as many as tickets as you need. And also you have professional direct. I mean, this is on the high end of the support packages what Microsoft has, which is like $1,000 a month. And it gives you pretty much everything, the advantage of the business impact and also within the business hours as well. So there's so many things to look into. It gives you the architectural support and it also supports the APIs, operational support, which includes trainings as well. And also, most importantly, it's the proactive guidance. So there's so many things when you look into the professional direct support package, but most of our customers choose the standard package, which is like $100 a month. So that's about the support. And if you need more information, again, please drop in us email or please reach out to us and we will be happy to assist you with.
Thank you, Ramon. Yeah, I think I would like to thank my attendees now to attend this webinar. I hope you enjoyed this session and thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Stay safe.
Thank you all. Stay safe.